What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It is tax day. That's right, April 18th. If you haven't done your taxes yet, good luck. Do your taxes. Do your taxes. You don't want to get rich and then have to deal with that down the road. That is not financial advice, but that's life advice. It's just good life advice. So, into the tax day, we have been speculating that we'd see some volatility on Monday. Looks like we were right on our pole there. We did get some volatility. This really isn't maybe anything to be excited about, up or down. We haven't really seen that much movement, but we've seen something, and something is better than nothing. From April 11th up until the 17th, up until yesterday's close, virtually no volatility to be found in the market. We see 6 days ranging between 39 and 41.5. Let's see that. That's 6 days, 1 hour. With a 6% change. I want to go ahead and say this is the lowest volatility period this year maybe I've ever seen in Bitcoin. If we zoom out a little bit, we can see that starting in 2022, right about here, we have ranged very, very gruelingly, very slowly, very painfully. And we are still very much in that range. Forgive the clickbait title. I wouldn't really call this a dump. I would just call this slightly higher volatility. But this has been some very slow, very boring price action, and pat yourself on the back if you're still here. This has got to be, we got to be like through most of this. We're on the other side, or at least halfway through, hopefully more than that. This is about as boring as it gets in Bitcoin. You know, a lot of people talk about dumping and pumping all the time, and what they fail to point out to people, I think, and a lot of new investors don't really see this. They join when things are very exciting. Rarely they join when things are very scary, but they join at high volatility times. Very unlikely new investors are entering the market right now. This has got to be some like close to, if not all-time lows of volatility. Kind of interesting as the world continues down what I would say is a high volatility path globally, with what's going on in Ukraine, what's going on with inflation measures, etc. Bitcoin taking the back seat, sinking or drinking it all in, I guess seeing what the outcome's going to be here. So unfortunately, there's not going to be a ton to report on. This chart is very much the same chart that it was last time that we looked at it, but there is going to be something that we do want to look at on the weekly. This is not really good news. This is going to mirror the bearish take of the title here. We're about to jump into that. Guys, can you please do me a favor here? Smash the like button for the new stream. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, not a very good chance of that, but if you're that person out there, please subscribe. Each time someone smashes the like button or subscribes during the live stream, YouTube takes that and shows the stream to new people, so you help new people discover the stream by doing so. I appreciate you. It costs you nothing but a second and a click. Check out the Discord. We're going to do an airdrop after the live stream, as we always do. All you have to do is be in there to receive it. You don't have to do anything else. Also, shout out to our sponsors, FEMX and MarketCypher. You guys are the best, keeping the lights on here during these boring times. Great top tier services. I use them both long before we entered any kind of sponsorship, so is what it is. Love them. Check them out. Their links are in the video description below. If you're looking at MarketCypher, use promo code CROWN, 15% off. There you are. All right, that's enough of the shilling. So this is what we wanted to look at. This is not really good. You guys know I am very much a positive person when it comes to Bitcoin and price action, even though I recognize price does not only go up. Yes, it does. It goes down. It goes down too. But this is something that I'm not so stoked to see. We were watching this last week saying, hey, we could get a scenario where Bitcoin runs into the weekly close. We didn't get that. In fact, it dumped into the weekly close. So this is not a great sign. Looking at MarketCypher A, I'm just kind of getting my bearings on this. I use mostly B. But we have, for the first time in Bitcoin's history, the red diamond, the blood diamond, on a weekly close. This has never happened, even back tested. We looked at BLX all the way back to 2010, 2011. We have never seen this indicator fire. Now, this is a bearish signal. This is a bearish signal, though we have no precedent to say, hey, For instance, like death crosses or something, we can say, all right, we can look at it historically, we can put it in perspective. We have no perspective here. That's what I don't really love about this. This is now confirmed as the weekly candle did close. I think something we can take a little bit of solace in is, well, we also got a blood diamond in March of 2020 on the close, and that was the bottom. The bottom was in. So we can't necessarily say, well, the bottom's in because we got it on the weekly. That's not really how any of this works, but we can say there's been times we've gotten these kind of historic first-time signals on big time frames, and it wasn't really what we expected. I think that's fair. That's a spooky diamond there, but price pretty much had already bottomed out, and so that is something to keep in mind when examining these. The 2-week actually had one there as well. That's pretty spicy. But here we are, not the greatest of signals. I actually want to try something out here. Let's see if we've ever gotten a reverse blood diamond. May in 2012, we got a reverse blood diamond. I bet no one has ever really noticed that. We might be the only people ever. That's pretty spicy. Let's see. What other reverse blood diamonds do we have? Quite a few. Let's invert this chart. This is on the daily now. I'm just kind of like experimenting because my ADD just fired off back in February. Not a lot else. I thought that might be more interesting. Actually, that's not a great sign. If May 2012 had a reverse weekly blood diamond, well, that's not really the best. As price definitely moved up quite a bit after that. Wait, was that? That wasn't 2012. That was 2015. Right? Yep, this is not the best of signs. So the inverse signal that printed last week was printed back here. Weirdly, that's so weird. Why can we see farther back now? Let's just go back to May 2012, but then when I get rid of the 0, it doesn't. I don't know. Well, that was not a very bearish signal, or that was a very bullish signal, let's say, as price just went straight up from there. And now we've got on the weekly time frame, literally the inverted symbol on the weekly. Not a great take. I think might as well do this then, because I'm sure people are feeling bearish. If you're feeling bearish, smash that like button. If you're not feeling bearish, smash the like button anyway. Ta-da. We might as well go through and outline our major pivot points, right? That's probably what we want to do. That's probably what we should do. Let's see. Let's take it from here. Majors. Let's put in our 28. There we go. These are pretty much the major values below us. We don't know if they're going to be hit, but if we do see more downside action, because we can see on the monthly here, though this is an ugly ass monthly and only 12 days to go, we haven't broken March's low, we haven't broken February's low, we haven't broken January's low. So this is still the 4th month in a row with a higher low at the moment. Could be worse. But if all of these break, where are we looking? Well, the obvious stands out. 28.8, sitting at July's swing low from last year. Below that, we have 20,000 being the previous all-time high. Was not tested as support, though that is not really something we see Bitcoin do. It does not tend to go back and back test previous all-time highs as support. We don't have a huge amount of history, but the history we have backs that up. Below that, we have the big papas, the beasts, the beast supports. Let's get it on here. 13.8. This would be a very, very solid area to find support on some kind of sell-off. There is actually a little more here at like 17.1. Let's put that on the chart. 17.1. We have 17.1. This was the lower high from the previous bull run. Likely an area of support, though. I'm not convinced that would hold. I would definitely, if we saw 17s, be looking for 13s. And below that, the strongest supports perhaps in Bitcoin's history, we've got 10,500. I believe this would be very, very improbable to see break ever, or even honestly be tested. This was really the major pivot in the entire last bear market consolidation period. We saw price trading above, We saw a double top that led off to the March crash. We retook it, back tested it, and moved to all-time highs. This is going to be an extremely strong support if it's ever even tested, which I believe is not likely. Below that, 6,000. 6,000 was the consolidation period in 2008. Very high volumes traded there over very long time periods, and 3,100. Every perma-bear in the world now calling for this number. Probably their calls will not be heard, but there you are. There is the outline of the chart. This is where we would look to the downside. Nothing has changed since, I don't know, a year ago when we looked at these, but might as well do a little refresher for you guys. Still getting over this cough. Wow, that wasn't actually a real cough. I just swallowed my energy drink down the wrong pipe live. Ooh, that was dangerous. Okay, so there we are. There's your bear hopium for the day. If you're in a bearish state, I hope you enjoy the bear opium that was provided there. Down to the weekly, this is really what I'm not digging here. So we looked at market cipher A, right? Looked at market cipher A. We have this signal. It's ugly. It's ugly, but in itself, I don't think is really worth looking at. We need some backing. We need some other pieces of information. That's what we do here. We don't just blindly trust one indicator. That's pretty much how you just trap yourself into biased thinking. So let's look at our RSI. Let's look at our MACD, and let's look at market cipher B. Those are those have long been my favorite or indicators of choice. My go-tos. I don't know why I reset all my stuff though. RSI, we still have bullish divergence off of our low, right? This is still in play. This has not been invalidated and won't be invalidated. It won't be unless price trades below 28. If price trades below 28,000 and RSI goes lower, then we no longer have bullish divergence. That sucks, and that's a really bearish take. However, that doesn't really seem to be the case right now. We see higher highs on RSI, higher lows, and even with this dump and this recent price action, this ugly candle close, we see that we're still remaining above our RSI moving average. We even see maybe a little bounce off of that RSI moving average. So there is hope here. The weekly RSI is not looking deathly, but it certainly could look better. Certainly could. Here's what I don't like at all about that close. If we take market cipher A's signal, combine it with MACD, something we've been following here for a long time, not a great setup. We had weekly momentum waning from the sell side. It finally was able to break out of that selling momentum trend, flip to bullish. We had 3 weeks of increasing buying momentum, only to close last week with a waning momentum candle. This is not great. This is not great. No. No. If we saw a very strong rally this week, we could pick that trend back up here. We could close this weekly with increasing momentum, but this is not really a strong take here. It wouldn't be completely abnormal to see one fake out candle. Let's see if we can find that. Yep, we can find that pretty easily back here, where we had increasing momentum, one fake out candle, and then momentum continued. That would be kind of what we're hoping for here. We actually have another example of that back here in May 2019 and even in October 2017. So this is not the craziest abnormal MACD weekly that we've ever seen, but it's not a great sign. Definitely does not lean in the like gung-ho long camp. So RSI, I'm going to say, is holding on to a little bit of a bullish bias. MACD looking ugly, but nothing we haven't seen before. And market cipher B, here's where I really don't like what I'm seeing. I hate to say it. I really don't like what I'm seeing. Our VWAP is trending down. Not good on the weekly. Momentum is trending down after maybe even not moving into positive territory. It's a little hard to see. Very, 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 very shallow. Possibly peaked there into the positive, but was rejected. That's ugly. This is ugly. And momentum really was looking to flip bullish there. We needed to see that move up to the positive side to pull that money flow back up. It didn't happen. It did not happen. We now have negative money flow on the weekly. The last time this was true, last time we saw a setup was September 2019. Was it September? That actually isn't, it's not as bad as I thought. Where are you? September 2019, that's pretty bad. This is the last time we saw weekly money flow flip from red to from green to red, and you guys know the rest is history. That was not super bullish. That was not super bullish. Structurally, are actually looking very similar. I don't like that. Oh crap! Structurally looking pretty similar. I don't like that at all. How does this fit? Something like that. Wouldn't that be ugly? Here's what the bears want to see. Let's show the bears what they want to see. Let's show them what they want to see. Show them, man. I can't even get it to fit right. Something like that. That's probably what the bears want to see. To be honest, this wouldn't be that bad. I don't think this is going to happen. We're just doing like a little chart, kind of like study here. That wouldn't really be that bad. That does maybe like 13.8. Doubt it. Doubt it. We're going to need to see some very convincing price action for me to be convinced, for me to be looking for that. Something that is important if we are going to look for some, I don't know, if we're in a bear hopium mood, something that we should probably be looking for if we're saying, oh, we're going to see something like this, is a very important chart pattern or signal here that literally was the reason I was short into the March crash, but I closed way too early, is a double top. We had a double top on very large time frames here. This was at 10,500. That's why I say this is such an important critical level. We should probably be looking for something like that. We can see lower highs, which we actually don't have right now. We had higher highs with lower lows, but we got rejected very cleanly from 10,500. So we might look for something like this. So let's say we're in Beartown, maybe like that. That would be ugly. So that would imply, you know, maybe we see the lows break. We see a bounce back to maybe the 40-50 area for a double top here, and then a rejection. That's what I would be looking for if I was worried about kind of a 2020 scenario. I'm certainly not. I don't think the probability is very good on that. But we look at the chart here. We never know what's going to happen. We just got to take it one chart at a time, one candle at a time. Let's take a look at our moving averages on the week. 200 weekly inches up. It was hovering around the previous all-time high at 20K, now at 21.5. 21.5, day after day, week after week, that 200 moving average creeps up. Hopefully, bringing up the potential floor. If we look at BLX, we get more history of this, but the 200 weekly moving average has long been what some consider the floor price of Bitcoin. We can see that both trips to 3,000, both like kind of severe crashes in 2018 and 19, both found support there on the weekly. Though they traded below it, prices pretty much refused to settle below and found significant bounces. So that's kind of a hidden level on our chart here that we won't find with horizontals, is our 200 weekly, 21,600. If we see this get meteor smashed, not a bad spot to be looking for support. Not a bad spot. This chart does not look great. Really want to see some buying into this weekly to pick up. Yeah, to pick up this chart. Today's looking a little better than it was, I guess. We're back in the green for the 24-hour period here, trading at 40,000. Man, the day was looking so strong, and then it just pooped out. It pooped out, man. We had such a good setup. We had the best freaking setup into that close to avoid that bearish close, and bulls just couldn't take it, couldn't push it, could not make it so. 200 viewers, how you all doing? 98 likes, guys. Those are rookie numbers. You can do better. Smash that like. Every time you like this stream while it's live, YouTube shows it to more people. We get more fam, more people to hang out with. But the Bears had something else in mind. This is not great. Not great. We can see money flow was green. It faked us out in the red. It faked us out in the green. And now we're seeing a push to the downside. VWAP dragging price down. And potentially our momentum even rejecting, looking to go lower. Womp. Womp womp. RSI is pretty ugly, but do we have divergence is the question. February 21st. Not really. We have what's called a Class C. I'll call it a Class C. We have a Class C bullish divergence on our daily RSI. That's right here. But there we are. I'll put it in. Quotes because meh. Class C is just like a fancy name. Just a fancy name. Really, what this means is there's a double bottom on RSI. That's what it means. Unfortunately, a double bottom or a double top on RSI, not a very strong signal. So we do have a bullish divergence on the daily, according to RSI, but it's not a very strong one. It's not very strong. It's like a weak bullish divergence. We don't typically see weak bullish divergences lead into like giant rallies. So what that could imply here on the daily is, all right, we're looking to kind of float back up. But that float back up does not have a huge amount of gas under it. Doesn't have a big fire underneath. Let's peep where we might look for that bounce to go. 44.2. Back to the 618. That makes sense. 44.2 also very close to 44.4. Pretty much our flat topped resistance from this entire year. That's not a bad spot to be looking. That's not a bad spot. I should actually change my trade. Let's open my trade. I did. So if you guys were here on the last live stream, you probably remember I had a trade open. It's still open. It's not up at 17 bucks. I'm not eating steaks tonight, all right? But let me pull this up. Not eating steaks tonight, boys. Oh, actually, it's doing a lot better. So if you were here last stream, you remember this long I had open. I actually, if you're here, I ended up filling at the very bottom. I had a long position open. I didn't close it. I added, if you were here in the last stream, you can go watch that one. 38.5. I sniped the bottom, at least for now, fingers crossed. I added a few contracts here. So this is a little bit bigger of a position versus last time. We are now actually pretty much at break even. We're down $3. We were up 17. Oh, the good times. The good times are gone, but we were. That was what, 2 days ago. Where is this? Back here, maybe? There we go. This is, it was right here last time we streamed. You can see price fell down. We're really back to where we were. I should just close this, but I'm not going to because I'm an idiot. But I'm now not really underwater, just slightly. We're flirting as, what's my entry price? 40,100. Because I was able to add, luckily at this very, very bottom price point, I've brought my average back down. And so we're basically at zero again. Basically at zero. Minus $2. This was zero a second ago. Now it's minus 3. So now my position is bigger. My average is lower. And fingers crossed on this. I'm not really looking to add again. I don't really have a price point that's attractive to me. Maybe 35. But at that point, it's like I'm just like investing in a dead horse. I got my ad and I'm pretty good there. I think what I should do is modify my orders and look to take a little bit more profit up here at 44.2 if it does actually get there. So let's take a peek at what I have there. 40.44. We're gonna reduce this to 40.4144. So let me confirm that. 44.144 for 15 contracts. Let's make that a little bit more. Let's take that a little heavier. As we have, what, 95 contracts open now? We have 95 contracts open. So let's take 30, 40, 45. 45, let's do like 25 contracts, close at 44. So 44 hits, we'll have 44.9, 41.9, 44.14. So that's 40, 55. And that'll leave us with 40 contracts. That's not very sexy. That's not very sexy. Since they added, I'm going to make these bigger. That should probably be good. 30. 15, 25 is 40, 45. Yeah. Should I make this one bigger too? Probably not. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I don't know if you guys can even see. I don't know how to make it so you can like see everything. Like here's the orders. I probably should have showed you that. Oh well. Open position. Here. If I make this smaller. Yeah. Wow, you can't see. There we go. Now you can see. Here we go. Value, size, entry, unrealized P&L, active orders. Here's my active orders. So I'm looking pretty much now, as I did get my ad, I'm only looking to close on the way up, and I'm looking to stop loss this if we're on the total wrong side of the trade. Time will tell. Time will tell, but it's time to zoom into the short time frames, as it looks like we have a little bit of green. This is the first time it's been green while we're live for quite some time, I think. Quite some time. Let's take a look at RSI. Higher high, cool. No bearish divergence here in the 5-minute. Not a bad sign. We have a higher high in price, higher high in RSI. Everything's clean there. Market cipher B. Money flow is a little worrying. We have a lower high in our money flow. I would really have liked to see a higher high in our money flow. Our momentum does have that higher high, but I'm less convinced by momentum than I am by money flow. And the deciding factor here, thankfully, is VWAP managed to make a higher high, and that actually is pretty good. So we got momentum and VWAP, but not money flow. Boo. Let's hope that that's going to follow up here in the future. Zooming to that 15. Actually, let's go back to the 5. Momentum coming back down. That is quite a spike in momentum. Quite a spike in momentum on the 5-minute. Last time it was that high, April 13th. Back here, looks like we consolidated, went sideways, fell down. Womp. Womp womp. Let's go to the 15. That VWAP is this like really. This was a very strong volume weighted average price movement here. You can see that on the 15 and the 5. Momentum still reaching up. It's going to be a hard battle to buy that previous run. This is a very strong run by many metrics. Run meaning this little move to the upside, I don't know. Many metrics showing some strength there though. It's a very violent move. On the 15, momentum is still up and strong. So the 15 combined with that 5, we may be looking for a little bit more upside here. And the 45 looking beautiful, actually. I'm happy to see this. So this is the 45-minute. We're looking at very low time frames. This is not going to be predictive of the greater market movement of, like, are we going to the moon or to Doom Town? This is all just going to be maybe intraday trading signals. So what I do like here, and I'm happy to see this on the 45-minute, is one, money flow is very much waning off. We are at the zero line. We have not seen it roll over yet. A small move to the upside is going to be enough to tip this in favor of the bulls and likely push out some continuation. Momentum has crossed, has rolled over from the negative side. We are on the positive side, and we even had our little bearish fake out here. The market tried to push this back into dump territory, but it was defended. This is good. This is the potential for a more this is potential for more upside price action here. We want to see that momentum move to the upside as it did and remain on the upside, on the positive, above zero. With the condition of our money flow being so close to rolling over and this strong VWAP, the 45-minute, I think I can say pretty comfortably, I think it's giving an edge, in my opinion, to the upside. I'm digging it. Looks like the 245-minute stopped price there. Volume is moving up. Volume does look like it flattened out over the last 2 days, and it's picking up again here. A move to the upside actually would be pretty fancy. I'm not sure if the chart's going to give us any more signals on that. So let's take a look at our funding rate. This is definitely a good practice. Funding rates actually aren't that great. They lean bearish or lean bullish. They're leaning bullish, but it's such a slight lean that it's pretty irrelevant. We see funding rates are virtually at neutral, virtually neutral. Shorts are ever so slightly overwhelming longs here. Ooh, let's check in. Let's check back in on our trade because now we're in profit, baby. Now we're in profit. If I could find it. There we are. We are in profitos. We're up $10 again. It's $13, boys. It's steaks for dinner time. Steaks for dinner. We're up $13.76. We were down $5 earlier. We're now at the moon with a $16 gain. What's awesome is I said yesterday that I had this ad order at 38.5 and then it touched it perfectly. I'm just going to pat myself on the back before I inevitably get liquidated on this trade. I'll give myself a little pat on the back. $19 up. This is the moon, boys. This is as good as it gets. We're going to the moon. Our $20 moon. This trade is now up more than it ever was up. With a $20 unrealized gain before he gets liquidated. Womp. Womp, womp. Womp. All right. Here we go. So, looks like some of that 5-minute, 15-minute... Looks like it's playing out. 45-minute... What about the hour? We got the 200 hourly moving average above us at 40,500. Probably going to run into some profit taking there. Not going to lie. But that hourly VWAP is really, really gunning. 2 hour gunning. Huh. Well, I thought we were going to get a dump. I think we're going to get a little retracement. Let's take a peek. 44.7, right around there. Take it from here. 42.3, yeah, 42.3, looking pretty good. Huh. Let's get rid of that. 263 watching. What's up, fam? Good to have you for our post Easter Bunny live stream where we are live trading. That's right, we've got a $3,000 long position open. It's currently up $10, and that's pretty much the moon. It's pretty much the moon. We're up $12 now, boo. I'm retiring off this $12. I'm going to invest it in one of those TikTok investors things. They said it's, you know, just 10% compounding interest today. I take this $12. I'll be a billionaire in a month. There's no such thing, guys. Please don't ever fall for that crap. There's literally no such thing. We are at resistance. That is true. It is true. Easter bunny dump. Yeah, these, you know, I don't know what I know about bunnies. Bunnies do crap everywhere, so maybe that made sense. Fun fact, actually. Here's a fun chart. Here's today's fun chart. Ready? Here's today's fun chart. Did you know that you can trade? Huh, you can trade commodities on Poloniex. I didn't know that. I don't trust Poloniex. So that is lame. I wish more exchanges offered this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use my influence. I'm going to use my influence FMX and our partnership to push them into getting commodities on there like corn. So fun fact, corn I believe is at an all-time high today. Let's zoom out and see. Maybe not an all-time high, but damn close. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Holy crap. Corn to the moon. If only Bitcoin were going to the moon, but corn to the moon, boys. Derivative contracts on corn trading at it's like $8, $8.13 or something. It looks like the all-time high was back in August of 2012. And that was dang close. $8.43. We're at $8.13. Do the corn bulls have what it takes? Corn bull. This is what we do when the market's boring, I know. We try not to go crazy, and then we look at weird charts. Corn is hella close to setting a new all-time high, which sucks because I don't eat gluten, and everything I eat is corn, basically because of that. And so it looks like I'll be paying more for that. Paying more for my glutenless luxury. Local measured move here at 8.29. Not a bad spot to take profit. Not that anyone in here is in a corn trade. I highly doubt anyone is. But if you are, there you go. That's how I would layer out of it. This thing does look pretty beast. Someone needs to call the CEO of corn and tell them that, like, corn is not allowed to run without Bitcoin. The Bitcoin. RSI is still very low on corn. Interesting. This very well may have more upside. We may see a new all-time high in corn this week. You heard it here first. The trading edge of corn. We very well may see that. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Like, where did my... How do I get rid of this? Oh, well, I don't care. Doesn't really matter. No, we're not going to do any more TA on it. But there we are. Corn all the way up. Now we just got to, like, knock on wood and get our Bitcoin to follow. Bitcoin. You're like the better version of corn. Like, corn is just boring and regular. And then you're Bitcoin. You're like the digital version. Get your shit going. Get your head in the game. Get your head in the game, corn. Bitcoin, what are you doing? I like what we're seeing here. So we're very zoomed in. I liked what we saw in the 5, 15, 30, 45. Looking solid on those time frames. Not looking solid really on longer time frames. But I like what we're seeing here with this retest of today's swing high. That's a good sign. It's a very good sign. If we look back at a lot of these price actions before in the recent history, we see that these moves to the upside have been met by pretty severe selling. And in fact, I think a lot of these, a lot of these little energyless rallies, energyless bounces, we saw a move to the upside, and then we saw price move to, or break the range, local range, move lower, putting in a momentum leg. So this is what I like about it, is we're not really seeing this. We see another example back here where we're having the range high, very local, broken, and then essentially liquidity hunting, stopping out longs, or stopping out shorts, baiting in longs before moving lower. That's what I kind of like about this here, is we're not seeing that same energy. We're not seeing the same meteor smash, bear sell energy here. We had the potential for that on the first touch, but prices floated back up with what seems to be very little resistance. So what I'd be hoping for here is our favorite pattern to play out. We want to see if we reject from here. I mean, it'd be better if we just moved up, but if we reject from here, we're gonna want to see higher lows. That could look something like this, and a retest of that high. If this pattern can paint out, we have a very high probability of moving to the upside, hopefully closing some of my long in profit. Very good. Let's hope. Let's hope. Some of you may be wondering, Tom, how did you snipe the bottom? How did you add at the very bottom wick there? And that would be a good question. It'd be a good question. I'll just show you. It really wasn't magic. I just took the monthly support from this year, from January, February. 38,492. I front run it by like a little bit, and boom. Easy peas. I rounded up. Rounded up. And that is how I added. Let's show you that ad, because I don't think I did. Active orders fills. Boom. Here we are. Right there. Filled. When did it fill? 1:05:34. 105.34. Well, I mean, I don't even need to look. It's like clearly right here is the only wick. The only wick that was low enough. Sniped. I told you guys I was going to do it on the last live stream. You saw the order and the order filled. That's clean trading. Bam. Adding to the position. Adding to a losing position. Not exactly the smartest trading, but I have my risks calculated here, guys. Please never use leverage without calculating your risks, knowing your risks, understanding how leverage functions. It is not a toy. It is a great way to lose all your money, or it is a phenomenal trading tool. It is not both. It is not a toy. You will lose all your money if you don't know what you're talking or what you're doing using leverage. Always know what you're risking, how much you're willing to lose or win, and if you don't touch any of it. Trade spot. Spot is king. All right. 1, 2, 3 touches to resistance here on the 15 and on the 30. This looks pretty good. This actually looks pretty good. I like those touches. These candles don't seem too interested in moving to the red side. We had a nice whipsaw on that 45. Let's get rid of that. There we are. New 1 hour opened 7 minutes ago while I was talking. Retested the range high there in the 1 hour. Let's see if it's on the 2. It is on the 2. It's on the 3. There we go. 2 hours left in the 4 hour candle. Let's take a look at our 4 then. That's ugly. That's ugly, but has a little promise of upside. We have a higher low on the 4 hour. Bulls really absent on this 4 hour time period. Unable to bring momentum to the positive side for any considerable amount of time. Not great. Not great. But we are going to have bullish divergence on our MACD lows. That's pretty easy to see, as we know the lowest point in price is around where we are right now, and we can see this is not the lowest point on our MACD. That's some bullish divergence. If we can see this roll over, which we have the first potential sign of on this 4 hour candle. So in 2 hours, we'll know. Oh my God. Or at least have a better idea. If this closes waning momentum, that bullish divergence is likely to play out. If it doesn't, then we're likely going to Goblin Town. Oh, Goblin Town, I don't miss you. I don't miss you. I don't really ever need to go back to you. You're like a one trip kind of thing. Like you go there once and you're good. You're like, goblins are cool, but I don't really need to go back there. All right, our daily bullish engulf, as we can see, is right at where we are. So to consolidate here to play out that sideways or that flat top triangle. I actually didn't know this until right now. To play out this flat top triangle with higher lows, retesting 40,380-ish would be great, actually. Because that is a consolidation below resistance. Classical TA would tell you that's a negative, but crypto TA would say, hey, that is actually usually very positive. So a close on the daily above 40,387 is going to set this chart up with a daily bullish engulf candle. That could lead to some continuation. Could. I'm digging this. We have dissected this chart, man. We've made this chart our what's a non-offensive term? Our butler. We've made this chart our butler. Catering to our needs. Let's look at our last episode's chart. It's always good to go back and just see what you were looking at in the recent. So we were looking at these highs moving down, lows moving up, creating a symmetrical triangle. Looks like we did break the range pretty perfectly at the convergence of those two trends. That was a fake out, followed by another fake out, followed by a move to the downside. Price rejected from the descending trend. And with this move, actually, it looks like it's retaken both trends, making this a pretty tricky fake out. Pretty tricky fake out. Wow. That's some shenanigans. We had the fake break, the fake dump, the fake rebreak, the fake dump, the fake rally, finally into the real selling pressure where we may have found a local bottom and now we're back up. Spicy. Let's add that one trend line to our chart. Just that one. One little trend line goes right here. Here we are. Ta-da! Pretty spicy place for this to be happening. Couldn't really ask for a better place to consolidate after that swing low. Right under 40,387. I like the way this is looking for the short term. However, like in my opinion, there's really no way to confidently take a long here. This is short territory. I say this as it's going up, but you're right at resistance. You're right at the daily bullish engulf. You're at resistance. You're at this trend line that was lost and retaken. Statistically, this is the short range. Like statistically, it's a very high risk long to take. Even though I have my long open still, and I'd like to see it break to the upside, longing at resistance is just bad trading. Same as shorting at support. It's just bad trading. Period. What that means is, yeah. You take the law, you do whatever you want, because obviously you can, but not financial advice. In my opinion, you either look to take some kind of short position here for a short-term play, or you're doing nothing. In my opinion, those are really the only moves. It sucks if it breaks to the upside. Oh, you could have gotten in. Yes, but you had a very low probability. You had a lower probability chance than you really should have taken a trade. That's trading, man. The good opportunities are while you're sleeping, and they're very quick. When price just chills around something like consolidating under resistance or above support, and you have lots of time to enter, that's typically bad trading time. That's typically when you don't want to take a trade. If the market seems like it's gifting you an opportunity, usually it's a trap. Usually it is a trap. We'll see. Let's check in on this long. How many steaks am I eating tonight? $24 worth of steaks going on tonight in this realm. That's like a half a steak with inflation. That could be a whole like 2 corn. I could have 2 corn for dinner. At corn's prices today, man, that's 2 whole corns, maybe 2.5 if I get the coupons. Corn coops. Damn, corn just looks so freaking bullish. I think I'm out, guys. I'm done. I'm done with Bitcoin. I'm a corn man now. Just corn. Let's check back in on Phil. Everybody was all excited. That was a trap. That was a trappity trap. Rip to everybody who entered there yesterday, though. It does seem to be holding that previous low. That was a trap. I said it multiple times yesterday, guys. People wanted me to look at coins, charts, and I said, this is a terrible time to enter an alt position. This is not the time. You guys obviously do what you want. But when I said specifically, when you see coins do this and Bitcoin isn't moving, we're stuck in this range because this was back here. This is back here. We were in this range. Price hadn't really broken either direction yet. When you see random coins doing this, it's almost always a trap. That was pretty definitely a trap. I don't know if it's going to break farther, but it moved up. People entered. Liquidity was grabbed. That liquidity was sold into. Moved back to the demand line. That's a tale as old as time in crypto. If you got burnt on that one, it's okay. Hopefully you're not wrecked. Oh, here we go, boys. Here we go. Hopefully you're not wrecked, but nice. Remember it as a lesson for next time. Because we're up $32 and we're going to be eating 3 corns now. 3 whole corn cobs for dinner. 3 whole corn cobs for dinner. That's right. Oh, and now we're moving 40,600, 40,700. We are liquidating shorts, baby. Now at the 1618 extension for 40,697. Bing, bing. Are we going to close? Are we going to get to close some of this long? Probably not. It's probably going to like go up here like 40,890 and then move back down and keep me in this damn long position. But we're up 50 bucks. Holy, that's all the corn. We can have a whole corn meal today. You can make corn bread. I'm so ballin'. Whew. $50. Let's go. $60. Ooh, boys, 62, 65. And we're going to close some of that contract. Boom. That's our first take profit live. 41K. Let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. I'll take it. I'll take it. This looks like such a fake out, but I'll take it. I will take it. We finally closed. We finally closed some contracts. We're up 73 whole dollary dues. And life is exuberant. Life is exuberant. $73, 75. I could. Who cares? It's just gibberish. Bitcoin, you're not supposed to reward me for like bored trading, dude. That's bad. That's bad. All right. Well, we broke to our bullish engulf. You can see price responded strongly to a break on that bullish engulf for the daily. So now we're going to hope and pray that we find support. If we see selling, find support at 40,300. And all of a sudden the daily looks okay. Let's check back in on that day. Daily has crossed our RSI moving average. It is now bullish engulfed. And it looks like we have our other resistance up here for the local daily. 40,100. And that's right where it stopped again. Why do you do this to my heart, Bitcoin? Why do you do this? Daily not really moved by this, though. Still kind of just chilling. Momentum waning off, still just same as it was. I should have closed heavier there. 40, you know what? I will. 41.14. Let's add to our TPs here. Add to our TPsels. Wait, I have one. 44 now. 41.9. Ah, okay. So 4114. Let's do 4114. Let's reduce the amount of contracts to 5 here. And then we're going to come back up to limit. And we're going to replace that limit order. Oh, wait, I don't think I'm on perpets. I'm not on perpets. There we go. 41.944. We had 15 contracts. So let's close for 10 there. Do you see what I'm doing, though? Do you see the madness behind this? The madness behind this is I'm layering. The same way I entered is the same way I'm exiting. I'm layering. As price moves up, I'm closing larger pieces of the position. Not jumping at the first green candle. I took too much risk on with this to jump at the first sign of green. Even though I was up 75 whole dollars, we're still up 62. We're still eating corn, baby. We're gonna have corn and rum ham for dinner because of this sweet trade. Corn and rum. Couldn't be any better. But yeah, the takeaway here was look at price's response to the daily bullish engulf. It took the daily engulf line and it rallied, pushed up. The market was waiting for some kind of signal. Bullish engulf intraday, not a hugely confident signal, but hey, it's working. It's working, baby. That was good. We actually caught some spice live. That's rare AF for us. That's super rare. No, it's even rarer to have 200 likes with 300 watching. Guys, if you're out there and you haven't liked the stream yet, please hit the like button. Every time someone hits the like button while we're live, YouTube shows our stream to more people. It pushes it out. So help everyone, bring the fam together, grow our little community here by hitting that like button. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Looks like a scam wick, says Mr. Jake the Snake. Rumham. Where are you, Rumham? Where are you, Rumham? What a day, and it's only one. Frank, exactly, dude. Exactly. RC Jr. Play, what's up, man? Fiber Splice Gold. Fam Jam. How's the music volume? Music volume good? Does it need to go up? Need to go down? Travis Valance. LTC fam. That's my boy. That's my boy, LTC fam. LTC not really doing much. Womp. Not really doing much. Corn. Corn all the way to the moon, baby. Regular corn. Boss as usual. I like it to be audible, but not interruptive. So that you can have some like little vibes in the background. Adam Clark, my dude, where have you been? Where have you been, brother? Good to see you. And Mr. Kelly Kellum. Mr. Kelly. How you doing, Mr. Kelly? My boy DJ, have a wrench. Kelly Kellum is now a wrench. Promoted. Tres Megatist Hermes. We go 44K. I hope so. I don't close some more of this long. I'm a mini crypto face. That's right, dude. Crypto face gets pumped for like, he like closes like $500,000 trade. I'm like, I'm up $70. We're eating corn for dinner. Woo. We'll see. I'm trying to build this account up so that we can do big trades too. And then I can get wrecked. And then CryptoFace can laugh at me, right? What's up, Solo Tips 510? David Brum. Dude, I got it right the other day. I don't know if I'm going to do it again. Brumbello Jr. Lawrence Punt. Zoom out. Long time frame, we're at support. Yes. Well, we were at support long time frame down here. Where we added. Are we just yelling numbers? That is correct, Rico. Welcome. You know, you've been here. That's what we do. Logan Thompson, what's up, brother? Patrick Kells. Worried about that cough. Guys, the cough sounds terrible, but I'm fine. Like every day my condition, like how I feel, has gotten so much better day on day. If it wasn't, I would be worried too. But it's just like a cough. Those can take forever to go away after you're sick. Like months. Coin analyze for stablecoin IO. A little too ham on a breakdown for stablecoin IO. Sure, I'd try. I don't use this site, so I'm like never familiar, and I'm always kind of junking around when I use it. Stablecoin is pretty clear. People want a little ham on a breakdown. I don't like the way this site's set up. There's too many numbers. I don't know how to like look at it. Stablecoin. Rico, just message me a link. I love you, Rico. But if you, when I'm live, like I don't know how to. I don't know how to look at stuff. There's too much going on. Let's effing go, boys. It'd be awesome if you got a nice little pump here. Close out some more of my long. Eat a little bit more corn for dinner. Rico, link me. Thank you for the 10, Rico. Bitcoin needs to be louder. Music's great where it's at. Thank you. The mechanic in the house, Mr. Callum, coming to fix the corn. Sajid Mahid, do you favor scalping or holding good project short trading? Right now I am in a long position. I'm in a contract, right? But 99% of my trades are spot. Most of what I do, guys, I did this trade honestly for the stream to be something to look at. And honestly, because I was bored. Those are two not great reasons to trade. Not great reasons to trade. But oof, buy sell volume. Most of what I do is nothing, is just holding. A big trap in crypto is there's a feeling, there's a drive to always be doing something. You see the price move, you think, I could have made money. 99% of the time, the right move is doing nothing. 1% of the time, that other 1% is the times you wait for, like a hunter. You wait for the prey. It's not exciting. It's very boring. Add the aggregated stablecoin IO. Okay. Aggregated stablecoin IO. Ooh. Yes. Contracts, stablecoin margin contracts took a little dumpy on their open interest on that dump. Then built back up. Now dumped again. I don't really know how to read this, Rika. You want to give us some insight? Give us little insights. I do like that open interest is dumping. High open interest typically is bearish. I can say that confidently. Typically is bearish. You don't want to see, I mean, when you have a new all-time high, you typically do see an all-time high in open interest, but usually that resolves with it getting flushed out and moves to the downside. What is up, Runner Strata? Rookie numbers. Can we get 420 likes, guys? We got 266. We got 330 watching. Every time you like it, YouTube pushes the stream to more people. You help grow the stream. Bong cough. I have not been able to rip the bongs in a while. Can I please read to you? Jason Carriero. You pick it. Pick what you want. Pick what you want me to read. I'll read something. Hit the like for Tom. Thank you, Daniel. What's up, CY? Let's freaking go. Anon Solaris. The beautiful Anon Solaris. How you doing? Good to see you. It's been a while. Brumbilo. Brom is one of my favorite characters in League. I don't play him, but it's just a cool name. Damn that jacket, though. It's freezing in my house. Holy. I'm wearing this jacket because it's so cold. Oh, so cold. It was supposed to be 80s all week, 70s, 80s. And it's like freezing now. I don't know. Looking Thank you. How does Zelon or BlackRock entering? Travis, me too. I would love that, but something tells me that this tiny move is not really due to some giant macro institutional force. I think that this is kind of just a recovery and or a liquidity grab. Like we were looking at back here. We're looking at it back here on the way down. We have kind of consolidation. Moves up to liquidate short positions to bait in longs, and then the market gets pushed down. So here's what I'm more worried about is we've seen this move to the upside. We need follow through. It needs follow through. If it doesn't have follow through, it might start looking very much like these momentum legs. You can see that even here we had a flush to the downside, push to the upside before moving, and that was another momentum leg. Another momentum leg. Move to the downside, move to the downside. So what we don't want to see is this move to the downside. Very basic TA, just trade in momentum legs. Can be successful actually. Oh, man, gotta get rid of this cough. Watching from West Virginia, it's snowing. Dude, I assume West Virginia is like the same scenario. It was supposed to be real warm this week, and it might as well be snowing outside where I am now too. It's ridiculous. Quads, strictly quads. What's up, Daily Grown? How you doing, man? Tether dominance at resistance. People keep talking about tether dominance. You know, I can't say it's something I ever spent much time on. There we are. We drew this God knows how long ago. And look, it's followed almost perfectly. So here's what we'd be looking for if this pattern's going to resolve to the upside. So far, this is looking very bullish. I don't think that's a great thing. We look for a break of the triangle back test and a bump and run, move to higher highs. I don't find this that interesting though. I know lots of people have started to look at it, but it's like, what really does this mean? So Tether can exist pretty independently of Bitcoin. Like in the sense of you can just generate more Tether. They could print 1 trillion Tether. And all of a sudden this is like kaboom, you know, all the way up here. But what does that mean for the market? Not a lot. It could suggest it could be bullish. Oh, wow. You have a lot more liquid Tether that can just dump in. Awesome. Does this, you know, like this doesn't necessarily mean that the market is tanking just because Tether dominance is moving up. It just means that Tether is being generated faster than the cryptocurrency total market cap is growing at that time. So it's an interesting chart. Something maybe I should pay a little more attention to because it is interesting. It does have some meaning, but it's kind of flimsy in its meaning because just simply minting Tether can push this up. Of course, also with if the market does tank, then we can see this pushed up that way as well. But it's like it's just centralized. Someone can just print it, and so I don't find it that meaningful. I guess I'll keep studying it. If it follows this pattern and breaks out, it's gonna definitely catch my attention. We drew this pattern a long time ago. This is not new. This is very old, and it's still following. So interesting at best, in my opinion. Or at worst, I don't know. One of the two. You still have the coof cough, me too. FXS has been great the last few weeks. I've noticed it moving actually. Tom, you have a pilot look. I know I am a pilot, bro. I'm the captain of the ship. That's right. What's my income stream? That's a very private question. We got lots of them. Yeah, tons of them. Most of them, unfortunately, are tied to crypto, which I would not recommend. To invest in something and have your income tied to something, I would not recommend. You think we're going straight to 46K? Will Travis, I hope you're right. That'd be dope. Moderation, how you doing, brother? Austin Ryan, vaping, vibing? Dude, exactly. We're vaping and vibing. We're vaping, we're vibing. Let's take a look at what's moving. Riga says, I don't know why people are looking at USDT Dominance, Riga. It's new, but you know what, dude? We, as like old heads, as like boomer crypto investors, we gotta stay dynamic. And if lots of newer investors are looking at something, we should be looking at it. I mean, investing in it, but like looking at it just to have an idea of where their brains are at. Looks like we got GMT as the biggest top 24-hour gainer, followed by FXS. Monero. Let's take a look at Monero. One of my favorite projects, Monero. Let's take a look. You asked income stream because you make it look like you're doing it just by trading. You must be new here, my friend. Appreciate you, but you must be new here, because I had never made it seem that way. Literally, I was yelling about how I'm gonna eat corn for dinner today because our trade is up $60. That doesn't to me sound like income based on trading. Being excited about 60 bucks. Monero, all right, we did have a little pump up on Monero. Went to 271. And today went to 271. Cool. Broke your structure here. That's not a bad sign. You have a higher high. Let's flip this chart. But no, I've never made that claim. There have been times where I've lived off of selling pieces of my portfolio. For sure. But no, never off of just trading. I don't think it's a good idea. You should, if you're trading and investing, I fully believe you should have a completely separate income that has nothing to do with it. That's going to set you up for success. If you don't, it's going to be very difficult to be successful because you're going to have too much riding on every trade. There's too much meaning and significance to every trade. You're going to question everything. You're going to change things. It's not going to go well. Not going to go well. Monero actually looking pretty good. Monero. Hell yeah, Monero. Let's go. I think Monero's looking to just go beast mode. It hasn't really given anyone a nice re-entry level in some time. Look at that. This is brutal. If Monero breaks to the upside here, it will be epic. Look at this movement. No entry allowed, says Monero. It's going to give you the ugliest ascending parallel channel ever. If it breaks up, it's GG for the Monero bears. Like, no re-entry allowed here. That is a parabolic setup potential, but the probability would say, hey, that's a terrible bet. Terrible bet. Let's see where it really needs to break. Like 290, 300. A nice like move to 350-ish or something. Back test that 300. Monero would look ripe. We'll see how that plays out though. Terra Luna up 8%. Looks very much just like Bitcoin's price action. Loopring up 4. Zcash up 3. Not a lot of movement actually. Hourly gainers, we've got Rune, Mina, AAVE, Myota, Zec1, Near. What is this GMT thing? I keep seeing it, so we're gonna take a look at it. While Bitcoin's chilling, we're gonna take a peek. Okay, GMT. I think I might have bought some of this like a long time ago. No, I didn't, because it's only been listed 2 months. Actually, let's see. GMT? Nope. I clearly don't own any of this. Let's go back to the actual pair, not the calculated. Weird. What is this thing? We've got some pretty clearly defined like support zones, levels here. You've got 83 cents back from mid-March. You can see that pretty clean, pretty crisp, flat top with ascending lows. You broke to the upside, and now you have actually a pretty ugly pattern up here. What is this? This could be, I don't like the cup and handle. It doesn't ever seem to play out. But you got a little cup here. It does appear. Today, nice kicker candle with that wick down before moving to the upside. I'd like to see the volume on that. Not that impressive. It's bigger than the rest of the trading range, but not huge. Let's peek this. $3.13 for your high of the month. Breaking that, probably looking 411, 488 would be pretty nice moves. Pretty nice moves. But I would not want to enter right here, right now. No, thank you. No. Yuck. I think there could be a play right here. 245. It's going to take patience. Here we go. Something like that. Probably looking for 245 support. Maybe long stop below your swing low on this kicker. 222. Take profit near 313 for a 3-to-1 risk to reward. Not a bad trade. I don't know what this crap is though. Does anybody know? I'm calling it crap. Maybe people like it. I have no idea. Walking exercise NFT shoes. Interesting. Watching on 3 devices. That's a true fan fiber right there. If everyone could just watch on 3 devices, then we would have like 1 million people watching, right? It's a move to earn. What's up, Shiba Army? The market is rigged, says Shiba Army. Exercise. You know what? I've actually seen those. Someone sent me a screenshot, and I was like, why would I want a picture of shoes? I own shoes. I am a crypto boomer. That is correct, Scar Sizzle. Don't forget to like and watch on all your burner accounts. Says Beardy Day. You know, I'm not saying that, but I don't disagree with it. We're up $51. Let's go. I think we can get 420 likes today too. I believe in you guys. If we get to 420 likes, that's not that many away. I'll look at like every coin you guys want to look at. Deal? Deal. Is it a trap or a real pump? We closed a little bit of our long on that pump. Maybe should have closed more, but closed a little bit. I'm digging the price response. We're not seeing it get sold off super hard. If anything, this is starting to look pretty fancy. Pretty fancy. We have a low. We have a lower low. We're talking really small time frames. I'm not hating what we're seeing here. What I'd like to see is this move down a little lower. So let's actually take our fib tool. Let's find where we might look. Yes. Something like that. Let's get rid of what we were looking at. Or we'll just make it thinner. Here's what I would like to see, actually. This pump could look very decent if we could see this. Something like that. Maybe 40,500, find some support there, maybe wick through it, grab some liquidity. Break to the top of the parallel channel, something like that. This could, that could really set it up, actually, for some beautiful price action. But I am at the moment definitely looking for this to move farther down. I don't want to see this start creating a flat base. I don't want to see this. I guess I could see it just break to the upside. But we do have what looks like a parallel channel forming. I'd like to see it move back to the 0.5 or the 618 retracement. So that's 40,650 to 40,550, right around here. And then I want to see it move again, move to the upside again. Nothing really good there. So that is, let's hope. Can we do it? That caught me off guard. I didn't think it was going to move so quickly. You are starting to get some bearish divergence though, RSI. Weirdly, we don't have bearish divergence on our highs. Very uncommon. Very uncommon for these moves. You almost always do. Especially on low time frames. You almost always see bearish divergence on your highs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, my stream deck. There we go. What's up, MS? Let's look at AAVE. Wreck it all. We can all thank David Maguire for the pump. He sold his BTC off to pay the tax man. Yeah, this is what we've been speculating about, though. I mean, like, thank you for your personal story there, my friend. But it's not just you. Like, this is a reality. As people up to today, and maybe even including today, honestly, maybe even a few days in the future as they get their bills back, they're going to be selling not just Bitcoin, not just crypto, but all assets. People are going to have to sell to cover tax bases. That's a reality. But that might mean that we're closer than we are. We're closer to the end than the beginning of this kind of equity harvesting, because, well, at some point people are no longer selling to cover taxes because they've already paid them. But leading up into this, my eye is itchy. Leading up into this, very much a reality, and we even have someone sharing their testimony right there. Taxes make you want to hold it for life. Well, maybe taxes are the reason that you get rich. You're new to my channel. Can I look at Cardano? Perhaps, Rob G. But if I looked at every request everyone made, I would literally never stop doing requests. So perhaps. Sergio Sokai, my fellow BTC boomer. Power to the crypto boomers. DS visited New York City. That city is a hotbox. Ha! That's right. New York? Adoption as a honey trap. You're just gibberish now. What's up, Sean Carley? Thanks for the $2. Didn't include a message, but thank you for the 2. Appreciate you. There we go, DS. I'll play that. Let's see if it plays. I've been having trouble with this stupid thing. Let's see if it plays. I don't know. 350 watching, 350 likes. That's all things balanced. Good balance. Let's get to 420. Get to 420 and I no longer care. Just press the bell. What's up, Marco Tevez? Thank you, my friend. BTC class of 16. We're a different breed, man. We're a different breed. Someday, though, don't be discouraged, guys. Someday, even if you started crypto this year, someday you will be an OG if you can just hold, if you just wait. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to walk away from crypto at times. In fact, I would say it's very healthy to take breaks. when you're kind of at your wit's end, when you're getting emotional, just take a break. It'll be there. It'll be here when you come back. If you can just endure that, eventually people will say, oh my God, you're so lucky. You got in so early. You got in 2020. You're so lucky. And this is like in like 2026 or something. People will be like, you're so lucky. And you're going to be like, I didn't feel lucky. I didn't feel lucky, man. I bought a 69K. Crap dropped to like 28, 30K. Did not feel like I was lucky. I can promise you that is the case. Or at least that's what's happened every year ever. At some point, people will start calling you lucky. And I can promise you won't have felt lucky. Nobody did. Everybody buys into the crap. We get excited, everyone gets excited, new people join, they get wrecked. What like decides if you're going to be successful or not? Nice, we've hit our 0.5 to 618. The deciding factor in Bitcoin, if you're successful or not, is if you can stick with it. There are many things that can make it very difficult to stick with it, such as overinvesting money, overinvesting time. There's many factors. But if you can simply figure out whatever works for you, that allows you to just be calm, that allows you to walk away if you need to walk away for a bit and not freak out, you can make it. I did not feel lucky when I started. Promise you that. I did not feel lucky. My friends and family told me I was an idiot. They're like, why are you putting all your money in this gibberish? We're worried about you, Tom. Tom, we're worried. You're really into this crypto thing, man. It's all just a scam, dude. We're really worried. My mom came to me and said that. She's like, I'm really worried about you. Guess what? My mom ain't too worried about me anymore. Now everyone who used to call me crazy and tell me they were worried about me, now they all think I'm a genius. And I didn't do anything. All I did was bought Bitcoin and then waited. Like, so I've gone from being an idiot that my family is worried about to being a genius, and I didn't do anything. Just invested in something I believed in. That's it. But I think that's kind of that's a key part of that too, though. I believe in it. If you don't believe in it, invest proportionately. Invest with that in mind. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't believe in it, it's going to be very difficult to watch it go up and down because you don't have a fundamental confidence that it will work out. And you can't fake that. That's not something you can fake. It's not something you can like invest on my confidence. It won't work. The slower you go, the more controlled you go, the more you manage your risk, better it'll work out. We're now up $49. 49 sweet dollary dues. 50 $50 dues. Do not trade if you feel you need to make it back. Yeah, that's true. If you ever feel like you're like, I have to make back something, or I have to like counter what just happened, it's probably a bad time. Probably a bad time. You can DCA and trade at the same time. That's true. You can allocate portions of your portfolio to many things. And in fact, I would suggest that. What's up, a bear in flannel? Dude, that I haven't seen that. That's a name I haven't seen in many a year. How you doing, brother? I heard you had a beautiful baby, and congrats, my friend. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. But if you did, congrats. If you didn't, congrats. Double congrats. I did exactly what I tell everyone else to, like, I did exactly what I suggest everyone else should do. And I started, I didn't have a lot of money. I've never had a lot of money. And I just DCA'd. Just kept DCAing. Small purchases that didn't interrupt my budget, didn't change my quality of life. I didn't have to like sacrifice doing stuff for. I DCA'd for like 3 years. I stopped DCAing in, I think April 1st, 2019 is when I no longer was buying. Years. Years and years. Happy tax day. Josh Thomas, what a great name. Do I think GMT will go to a new all-time high now? Well, maybe actually, because since we looked at it 1 second ago, it is now moving towards an all-time high. I don't trust this at all, though, guys. Remember what I was just saying. Just saying this about Phil. Is right now alts. I don't trust any of these movements, man. Look at Phil. Phil got everyone hyped up 2 days ago. People were coming in here. I entered Phil. And I was like, oh, okay. Been saying this whole stream, taking new positions right now is pretty crazy. But I don't trust any of these alt movements. Not while Bitcoin is in a range. Phil, that's corn. GMT very much could end up looking like Phil. This is a little different as it's approaching all-time high. Could go into price discovery, which Phil didn't really have the possibility of. But I don't know. It would be very weird. It would be very strange to see Phil just like burst off here. Not unless Bitcoin starts putting in some serious recovery. And unfortunately, this is not serious recovery. 41,000, not serious recovery. If Bitcoin, I don't know, let's say it moves up to 44,000 quickly. That's a move. You're still in the range, but that's a significant move. Then I'd feel a little better. But alts right now have such high risk. And I think the reward is not there. Lower time frame MFI not really going oversold. Very unusual. Very unusual indeed. Any thoughts on Phantom? Not really. Like, it's just like the same thought process is going to be applied to everything right now. Bitcoin not looking the hottest. In a range. Not really a good time for any alts. Not new positions. If you can't fight the urge, it's not a bad time for a moonbag. A little moonbag position that you're going to toss like 20 bucks at it. You're just going to sit on it. You're going to tell yourself, this is either going to be worth $0 or this is going to be worth a lot of money. And I'm not going to settle for anything in between. Not a terrible time to do that. You just have to be very careful. Because people hear that and then they go, okay, all in. And then that's not the moonbag strategy. The moonbag strategy hinges on you can put in money that is so small you don't care about it. David, yep, you too. Now they're calling you for advice. Exactly. It's amazing. You can go full circle that quickly. Don't stop believing. Conviction is key, dude. It is. You are not going to watch something go minus 80%, 90%, 99%. You're not going to watch that happen and be okay mentally if you don't have conviction. And it's okay not to have conviction. I'm not saying you have to believe in Bitcoin like I do. In fact, I don't think that's reasonable. You don't have to. But if you don't, then you need to plan accordingly. That probably means smaller positions. That probably means less risk. Can't just... Yeah, you gotta... Just got back. Did I short? No. I did close some of my long I had open. We closed a few contracts here. We're still up $45, so things are still great. We're still eating corn and steaks for dinner. What's up, Jeremy Ragsdale, my man, and Sharknado, man? It's like we got a little OG meeting going on here. Baron Flannel's here. This is like the OGest of meetings. What do we need? We need DL. We need... Who else do we need up in this house? We need Joey. Where's Joey? There's a bunch of people. We need to get everybody in on it. What's up, Frank Conklin? I'm a kid. Thank you so much. Someone called me a kid. I am very flattered by that. Am I... What did it say? Is a kid a bull? I'm always a bull, man. I mean, the title of this is Tax Day Dump, but... I'm always a bull. Doesn't look good now. Looks pretty damn bearish now, but overall, bullin'. BTC Terminate, I'll be back. Baron Flannel wants to look at Litecoin BTC. He knows how to get me to do stuff. You know I can't say no to LTC. He's looking at the inverse head and shoulders. Yeah. I don't even know. Let's rip open whatever chart. I don't even know what this chart is. Inverse head and shoulders. This inverted this chart looks like the most bearish thing in crypto, man. Look at this. It's a big old dong. Haha. So bearish. What actually weirdly looks like the stock market with the way it's like trending so rigidly, doesn't it? Like really defined trend with like maybe a parallel channel in there. But yeah. Let's see. Inverse head and shoulders. What are you looking at? Something like this. Let's see if I see it. I see something. I don't know if it's inverse head and shoulders, at least to my own eye. I think this inverted is like the most bearish chart in crypto though. Like this looks so bearish. You can just like visually see it tanking, which is good because it's inverted. This needs some kind of high to break. This chart, this is what I mean about conviction. I have sold none of my Litecoin at a loss. Except for my butt trade. That's different. None of my position. Actually, I added to my position down here at some point. Gotta have conviction. Because if I didn't have conviction, actually maybe it'd be better off. I would have sold a long time ago. But I'm not. What happens is then you end up basically just locking in losses all the time. Where do you see this inverted head and shoulders? Trying out as Tito in the Michael Jackson documentary. You go, Beardy Day. You have my vote. You have my vote. Is BTC's upcoming cryptocurrency real or what? Upcoming. LTCBTC 5-year range. Back here. Okay. Dang, Flannel getting even more macro than I'm getting. I see it. I see it. Yeah. I see it. Or wait, do I not see it? I don't know. To me, it just looks mostly like this. This is what I see. That's what I see. Something like that. It's Road Warrior kind of day. All right, Bitcoin, are you just gonna chill here all day now? Like, you've retraced, you've hit our retracement. Like, just go now. Just go. I want to order more steaks for dinner. Jacket and sunglasses indoors. That's the swag. XYO. I think we looked at XYO not that long ago. GMT at 2 bill. GMT does have my eye today. I don't believe it. It's just so hard to believe that it actually is going to look to go into price discovery with the markets the way they are. I wouldn't hold my breath, but it is as close can get. As close can get. I don't know. Is it an imposter? I doubt it. You would have to be such an OG to even know to imposter bear. He hasn't been here in like 2 years. 3, I don't even know. I think it's the real one. He's talking about LTC. Makes sense. Dirty death. When's the Bitcoin tax announcement? We got some weird questions going on here. Tax announcement? What tax announcement? Bitcoin's going to make an announcement. Keep smashing that like. How many likes are we at now? 390, guys. I don't want to alarm you, but we only have 30 likes until 420. Just saying. We'll have reached our 420 quota, and we can blaze it in celebration. Oh crap, it's 301. All right, I can get this super chat. But we got the podcast, the r/cryptocurrency Reddit official podcast today. It's going to be like right as Bitcoin moves, isn't it? All right, I'm going to look at XRP for Josh, but no, fair warning. Anyone, if you tip right, like if you tip now, I'm not going to look at it after this. So fair warning. Okay. The hell is XRP doing? Just a bunch of nothing. Off of 70-cent support, rejected from 79-cent resistance. Got a nice little buy on the day though. Momentum swung back up. You are just stuck on these moving averages. You've got your 100, your 50, your 20 all tightly coiled up with your 200 above at 88 cents. Not a bad target if we see a break to the upside. 88 cents. Nice, pretty nice close actually in yesterday's weekly for XRP. Weeklies are just looking miserable after that close yesterday. I don't really see an edge here, man. I don't really see an edge. It looks like you're gonna look for some more upside towards 88 cents, but I don't know if it has the fuel to make it through. All right. Yes, we got to 420 likes. You guys are the freaking best. And because we got to 420 likes, we'll do an extra big airdrop in the Discord after the stream. So jump in there. You just have to join. When you get in, all you have to do is click the green checkmark emoji on the message in the verify room. That's it. That's all you have to do, and then you're eligible. We're going to do a double airdrop because we got 420 likes, and thus we can blaze it. Let's see. You have a few minutes to join. That's it. A few minutes to join. I see we've had some joiners during this live stream. Mirex joined. Baron Flannel rejoining us. I'll have to give him some tags. Where do these tags go? There we go. But I have the podcast at 3:30. It is now 3:04. So you can tune in. You can tune in on Reddit. It's live. We have 4.5 million subscribers to the RCC subreddit. Usually we have a pretty good turnout. I don't know about today. We'll see. I'll post the link in here. There you go. There's the link, the announcement link. You can join us. That's right. That's right. I don't know what happened to the quote bot, man. I don't know what happened to any of these bots. They're all goofy. They're all goofies. It's a shame to go because we have such a good crowd. Such a good crowd for this live. Can't believe we have like 400 watching right on. Make sure you subscribe. We are live here all the time. Constantly. Doing TA on Bitcoin, on anything crypto, finding the cutting edge in trading. You want to be subscribed, enable notifications, get in the Discord, guys. Don't miss our next live stream. Should be very soon. I got to run to this podcast. Follow me there. Jump in the Discord, crown out.